Hello, today I'm going to talk about language and culture and the relationship that there exists between both of them. Let's just start with the definition of language. As a great author, Pedro Broco said on The Name of the Wind, words are pale shadows of forgotten names. As names have power, words have power, words can light fires in the minds of men. Words can bring tears from the hardest hearts. This is a great definition of language. This is a great definition of how language is related to culture. Because the language is the way in which we express ourselves. We talk in different languages, but almost all the languages, especially the Western languages, have the same structure. We think on a certain way, um, and languages reflect that way of thinking. A language is more than words. It's a way of living. It's a culture. Um, Languages evolve through the years, evolve with people. As people changes, languages do so too. The language, Pope agrees then that the English language may express an English culture. But what culture? I think the culture that expressed the language is the culture that was uh, valid, that was happening on the moment that the book was written. Therefore, when you read and when you get immersed in literature, you do a time traveling stuff. You learn about culture not only nowadays, but in the time when the book was written. That's how you may know how a 15th century gal was feeling, or how it feels to have a duel with swords. When you read, you transport yourself to that time, of that period of time, and you live the adventures of the characters of your book. Therefore, you live their culture and you immerse in their world. That's why culture and language are so related. Um, we have a slide here that explains this. The language are the words on the page. The literature is the aesthetic writing, especially creative and imaginative, and the study of texts of all kinds. Not every text written is literature. It has to have these characteristics to be aesthetic writing, especially creative and imaginative. For example, if you have a math manual, it will not be considered as literature. It's a manual, it's something technical. Culture is a particular way of saying and seeing the values it protects. The culture is how the people live, how the people talk, what the people think. And culture is what makes language evolve through the years. And literature captures and reflects those changes. That's how I think that language and literature and culture are connected. Um, Language is a product of the speech, and therefore is a product of the culture of the people. The best way to know how to express a language is to learn its culture also. As a teacher, as an English teacher, I think it's really, really important to teach our students some culture, something about the culture. They will learn this when they study, when they read, because as I said before, books get you into the culture. They immerse you in the culture and they let you know what people are thinking or what people are saying. But it's also to review some customs of the places or things. Remember that culture is inherent to the place where it happens. That means that if you have written words in English, you will have a culture from written words in English in England and in Australia or in other countries. They reflect the culture they uh, were written on. So it will not be the same a book written in American English than one in British English, and it will not give the same idea. Words are culture, and culture are human beings sharing themselves with you. Remember that and enjoy it.